Ossuary, Abhorrent Worship, the debut full length by three-piece death metal outfit. Can you believe that? They're just a three-piece.
Yeah, hang on. Is it their debut?
Yeah,
Is
that's
it?
professionalism at this show.
Well, wait. What's the There was that one called Supreme Degradation. Was that not a full? No, it was only 4 songs. It's only 4 songs.
Yeah.
Right, fair enough. This was only 6, so it's not that many more.
Let's not get into that debate again, is it? Isn't it?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Listen, it's a self-proclaimed debut, so we're gonna roll with what
No,
they're
no, it
saying.
is. You're right. You're right, John. Sorry, I thought the other one was slightly longer.
So there's Ossuary is sort of like a death metal band, but with a lean quite heavily into the kind of doom death approach, kind of caveman-y, but not like they're not overly technical. It's very visceral and slow and heavy. But yeah, this is their debut. I was shocked when I found out they were a three-piece because they sound a lot heavier than that.
It's massive, isn't it? It sounds
Yeah,
huge.
huge.
Um,
Well, I was just going to say this is 6 songs, as we touched on, only 37 minutes, so it realms into that perfect length for
Good length, innit, John? It's
yeah.
a good length. A lovely length.
That's like the perfect crypt of wax length, isn't it?
Ah, lovely. Just
Between
below
30 and
40
40
minutes.
minutes.
Thank you. Fantastic.
Yeah, thanks
Uh,
Ossuary for that.
yeah, thank you, Ossuary. Do you know what, as well? That name Ossuary, how good is that for like a sort of death metal name? Like, when bands like live like to sort of death growl bellow their name.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
get that name, it lends itself to that, doesn't it?
it does. There are actually a fair few bands with the same name.
Oh, fucking hell, are there?
Yeah, I believe so. So, I mean, but hey, it is what it is. It is a great
Yeah.
name. Take nothing away from it. How did you get on with this, Mike? Because I guess, like me, that you were kind of new to this band.
No, I was actually quite into them. I'd listened to Supreme Degradation before,
Ooh.
and liked it. Yeah, I was when I saw that this was coming out, I was excited to hear it.
Oh, okay. So,
Um,
as a, I guess, as a seasoned vet of Ossuary,
no,
how?
no, listen, look, right. Let me roll back a bit, right? I'm not. I'd heard the EP before and enjoyed it. I wasn't
Right.
knowledgeable or anything like that. So don't quiz me
Okay.
fucking anything. All right.
I guess not a quiz, but I guess is it a similar approach? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
yeah. It's more.
Um,
It's more. It's yeah. It is kind of more of the same. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's. I mean, the thing for. Should we just get straight into what we
yeah.
thought of this then?
Yeah.
The thing for me with this one is like, first off, I mean, you get that kind of ambient intro that comes in, like just sort of sets sort of the vibe a little bit. And then for me, it's like hearing the tone straight away, the guitars is fucking amazing. Such a good tone.
Yeah.
Production in general is actually really, really good. It's kind of natural, but it's big. A lot of clarity. You can hear everything clearly, and it's as you said, John. You were surprised to hear they were a 3-piece because it sounds huge.
Yeah, I think one thing that beats you over the head immediately is like atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's very cavernous in the sense of like, well, I'll actually read out something from their Bandcamp.
go
It's
on.
like, you find yourself 2,000 meters below the Earth's surface, surrounded by overwhelming darkness, cold and wet. The path has collapsed behind you. You have nowhere to go, but still you scream,
Picturing it.
echo into the dark. Yeah, shut your eyes.
Yeah.
Picture this: echo into the darkness,
Right.
dissolving your throat like acid. It's no use. There's no
Oh,
way out. You die here. Ossuary have made
Christ.
this cave for you, and like I think that kind of does sum up the sound well. Like it does feel like you are trapped in this sort of pit of despair when you listen to this record.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely got that kind of suffocating aspect to it, hasn't it? It's quite consuming sonically
Yeah,
when you listen to it.
yeah.
Um, Pace wise, it's quite slow, isn't it, as an album? Because it's almost quite mid paced in general.
In general, leaning maybe more towards a slower side of mid pace.
Yeah,
They do
yeah.
interject little bits of pace dotted throughout, which actually does make the listen a lot more enjoyable. Because when it
I'm
does
glad they
happen,
did that.
yeah, I think if they kept it that one beat all the way through, it might get a bit repetitive. So, like when they do give you a bit more pace interjected, specifically track 3, Forsaken Offerings, there's a great pace at the start. I don't want to say blast beat, but it's just a lot more like, that kind of
Yeah, yeah, it's that kind of like it's not a blast beat, but it's just like the sort of repetitive snare hits. I don't know what they call that because it's not that sort of kick snare blast beat. It's almost the kick and the snare at the same time, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. It's really powerful though, man. It really
Yeah.
it really amplifies their sound, I think, which I was really glad to hear that they did add that kind of injection of pace.
John, what did you think then? Did you enjoy this?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. Really enjoyed it. Well done. Like and
Well done, Ossuary.
subscribe. Yeah, no,
'Cause I went into this knowing that I liked the band anyway, so I was quite like,
right.
I was expecting to enjoy this album, but I know you hadn't heard them, so that's why I was, wondering. Can I just say as well, her vocals are unreal.
Yeah, they're like they touch on them being almost like acidic and like
Yeah,
wet.
they are.
But
Yeah.
they're so powerful and evil. They're so good.
And because she's the guitarist as well, so she does
Yeah,
all the riffs and vocals. I mean, and can I just say as well, the guitar playing, the riff writing in it is fucking awesome as well. Like
yeah,
it's what I would say it's kind of what this band are about her riffs, her vocals, and I'm not taking away from the other members because they it all works really well as a unit, but the riffs she writes are fantastic.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they're relatively, I don't want to say simple because I don't think they actually are. They're
Well,
kind of, I feel like they're a simple premise and then they add accents and things like that. And there's a lot of intelligence behind the writing of them that makes them interesting. And for me, that's like what I prefer in listening to riffs is simple riffs done really well by a really good player who's
yeah.
holding back for the right reasons. They know what they're doing.
I was going to say, yeah, some of like the majority of the riff across the album is, yeah, not basic, but like simplistic per se. But then they do subtly change, like add little bits here and there, and you do have like there is a lot of old school worship, but it without sounding like, oh, we're just trying to sound like an old school band. There's definitely like a
Yeah.
modern take to it, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
really
yeah.
nice because sometimes
Yeah,
like a lot of bands rely on that kind of style over substance, don't they? Whereas I don't think this band are like that in any
no, I
stretch.
don't, and I think even when you look at the artwork, they're not trying to just do something that's like a complete throwback to old school styles. It has got a little bit of its own
Yeah,
sort of
absolutely.
take on it, right?
Yeah, it's like a kind of it's got like an art deco feel to it, hasn't it?
Yeah,
It almost feels like a graphical poster rather than like an artwork.
yeah,
But it's like instantly it kind of take grabs your attention, doesn't it? Because you're like, hang on, if it had just been like a cave painting with like a lot of kind of like hell depicting things, it might have almost like just washed over you and like you not take it in. But I think this like really sticks out along with the music. I think it works really well.
yeah, man. Did you have any highlight songs? Any particular favorites?
Do you know what I didn't? I was actually thinking like which is my favorite. But I think every track just worked so well in with each other. Like
Hmm.
it's rare that I don't have one where I'm like that's the one. But I
Yeah, yeah,
think
yeah,
every track had something like really cool about it, and it brought something unique within their realm.
yeah.
What about
I
you?
mean, for me, well, I'd say for me, I like the ones that actually did have a mix up of pace in it. So probably track 3, Forsaken Offerings,
Yeah,
and also track 5, The Undrownable Howl of Evil. I
yeah,
thought was I thought they were, as you said though, I felt like I don't think standard slipped from minute 1 to the end. Like it all remained at a very high level. I thought the last song was really good as well. All of it was great.
yeah. Do you know what I really liked about that track 5? There was a solo towards the end that almost it had like a sort of psychedelic like trip aspect to it.
Yeah,
It was very what's the word? Um it just took you somewhere else when and they didn't do that elsewhere. Like that was kind of the first time they did that kind of solo and it was like right near the end of the
yeah.
record and it just felt like it was really well placed for this kind of wave of
Did they do a lot of solos? Just trying to remember. Like, it wasn't like jam packed with them, was it?
no, there weren't. there weren't too many, if any. I'm trying to look through my notes where I would have seen that they've kind of done it solos, but I don't think there were. They were all kind of mostly riff based, with a few maybe leads, but no, I think that was maybe the first real solo.
Do you know what I want to mention as well, which I loved about the guitar playing was what what she would do is she would do a lot of these uh like tremolo kind of picked parts to the riff, and it would almost feel like that was the melody line of the riff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I thought they were so well done.
yeah,
And there'd be I felt like there were parts in there where they would then change something to do a different riff, but they'd bring back part of the same tremolo line from earlier in the song to kind of relate
yeah.
the earlier riffs to that one. I thought it was really clever.
Yeah, nothing sounded like it was just like bit then bit then bit then bit. It all sort of
No,
felt like it all worked together. I think like
but
there
that's
was,
what I mean. That sorry, we were talking about the simplicity of it. It is
yeah,
simple, but it's not because it's all done with an intelligence to it, which I
yeah.
think's
It's simple in maybe like if you were just to take a chunk, but when you listen to the
mm,
broader picture, especially like, well, I guess the whole album, but even if you break it down to track by track, there is that complexity of like of clever songwriting within it. But then it even stretches further out for the bigger picture of the album. I mean, it
yeah.
is really, it's really well done, like really well done.
Be interesting to see where this band goes from here because I feel like they're you know if this is their debut, they're probably just getting started, and I feel they've hit a height
Yeah.
quite early on.
Yeah, it will be interesting. I think this is going to feature quite a few album of the years potentially, especially in that kind of more like
Yours,
underground.
John, in yours.
Potentially, listen, we're going to do a mid album of the year show to sort of see where things are standing currently. So we'll see if we revisit it.
Well, with that in mind, I mean, are you going to listen to this album more? Because I suppose
Yeah, I
you
think I
are.
will. Yeah,
Okay,
it's one of
you
them.
are.
I am. Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, listen, it's sometimes when we do this show, like I say I will again, and then I never kind of really do because we're always listening to the new thing that's coming out. So it's
Mhm.
kind of quite hard. But this one had that kind of, I do actually want to go back to it. It was almost like, I know they're not too similar, but it did remind me of Black Curse with just that atmosphere and that kind of power behind it. And it's just, there was something that stood out that really made me want to go back.
Do you know what? I kind of thought that, and then thought, well, they're not similar because of like Black Curse has kind of got more like, a lot more energy and
Yeah,
pace to it, but there is that they both still have that kind of suffocating heaviness to
yeah,
them. It's just that Ossuary's coming at it from a different, much slower angle. But I
yeah.
think it still, I think as you're saying, it still kind of gets the same job done.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's really clever. It's really well done, and it's not. It's like not an obvious like. It's not. You don't put it on, and you're not like, oh, this riff, then this riff. It's like it's all quite subtle, but it just adds to
Mhm.
that atmosphere of like depth and despair. It's yeah, man. Really, really, really pleased with this album. Really enjoyable listen.
Good, you're proud of them.
I am. Yeah, well done. You proud. You made me proud.
I'm going to John Proud, Ossuary. Well done.
Yeah, yeah. Any more to say on this, Mike, before we kind of wrap things up?
No, man. No, I'm good. Enjoyed it.
There's a little butterfly
Oh,
about to
you're there.
land.
What are you looking at?
Little butterfly.
What is it?
Yeah, it's
Spirit.
almost
Oh,
a little spirit. Yeah, there you go.
you got it. Scratch
No,
it.
nah, nah. He's fucked off. Oh, hang on. Anyway, all right. Listen, if you if you like what you heard today, tune in next week and maybe you'll see the butterfly. We put out videos every Wednesday and
John's impaled it and put it in like one of those little
a little toothpick
presentation
spike.
boxes.
It'll be the first thing you see on the next episode. Stupid butterfly. Yeah, we put out videos every Wednesday and Friday. Listen, if you like what you heard, do give us a subscribe and let us know if you check this out or if you've even heard this band before, because we're kind of keen to know on people's takes on these things. But yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.